Welcome to the International Coaching Week 2026, an initiative by the ICF Saudi Arabia chapter. Our vision is to be the leading catalyst for excellence in coaching and personal development in Saudi Arabia. We aim to empower individuals and organizations to realize their full potential and achieve sustainable growth through coaching. Our mission is to advance the art, science, and practice of professional coaching in Saudi Arabia. We do this by providing high-quality education, fostering a strong community of skilled coaches, promoting ethical standards, and creating opportunities for growth and collaboration. Here is the ICF Saudi Arabia Chapter Board, dedicated to achieving our vision and mission.
Begin the session in a few minutes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the ICF Saudi Chapter first session in the IC International Coaching Week. And we are happy that this will be our first session today. So before starting anything and letting you know anything, we would like to welcome our president, Nada Fida. She will start something little quick for our beloved attendees today.
Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'll be speaking in English, actually, so everybody can be with us and understand what I'm saying. So I just want to welcome everybody, and on behalf of the ICF Saudi chapter, we are celebrating the launching of the International Coaching Week. Our leadership team, our president, everybody's attending. I just would like to say welcome, and it will be a hell of a week. We will celebrate everybody having a wonderful time, and let's kick off. Go ahead, Rasha.
Okay, perfect. So on behalf of the board, we welcome you today in our session, the first one in the International Coaching Week. And today I will be here from the board, Rasha Al-Ajuz. I'm the Vice President of the ICF Saudi Arabia, and I would love to take you through a little and wonderful trip moving forward. And just a little bit of, house rules. Please keep your microphone muted at all times. Place your questions in the chat box if available. And also, in order to receive your education hours via the CCEs, please have your name written as the name you used to register through the ICF events platform. And for today, we would be having the beloved 8 presidents of the ICF Saudi ICF chapters in the MENA region. We will be having the Bahrain chapter, the Jordan chapter, Lebanon chapter, Tunisia, Egypt, Oman, Doha, and Saudi Arabia. And unfortunately, with heavy hearts, we would be missing Kuwait chapter today, as her father, Soha Ishaq, has just passed away. So we really send you our condolences, Soha, and we would love to, and we will check on you, inshallah, after the session, as always. So, and since we're starting this session, I'd like also to congratulate 3 of the chapters who got their chapter awards. ICF Jordan, also ICF Lebanon, and ICF Egypt. Please, a big round of applause for those 3. Emojis, I want emojis. I want something flying on the scene. Yes, claps, hats, celebrations, people dancing in the Zoom videos. Okay, perfect. We are really very happy for you 3, and inshallah, everyone will get the award. Okay. So, and also we would like to celebrate Jordan's chapter having their 10 years anniversary, which is another round of applause, please. Mabruk, you are 10 years now. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
You're most welcome. And now let's start with our guest speakers today and our session. Okay, so the first thing I would like to ask you, instead of just introducing you, each one of you, and what do they do, and in the old traditional way. Let's ask you a personal question, everyone. I mean, our presidents today. So, since our discussion today is all about, grounded and connectedness in the MENA coaching community. So, let's start with Nada first. What would be one area where you, as a coach or a chapter leader, felt that you are working on to stay grounded? Just a small practice you might share if you wish.
That's a wonderful opening, Risha. So let me share with you. Personally, I learned that staying grounded is not something that happens automatically. It needs really practice. So for me, grounding often looks very simple. Taking a moment to pause, breathing intentionally, reflecting honestly with myself, and journaling for emotional noise, and that's always happening. So these practices may seem small, but really it helps me. And sometimes movement, like small movements, doing the yoga practice or anything. So those personally, I do those ones, and it helps me a lot to act out of the calm, not overwhelmed. And this is me.
And this is you. Definitely, this is you. Okay. Yeah. So let's move and in the order of the screen. Ghada.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. I'm very much looking forward to this conversation. So when I read the question, I was asking myself what really helps. And honestly, and I think you'll all agree that in turbulent times like the ones we live, where we cannot really see what tomorrow will look like, grounding often comes from connection. So as a leader, because we're lucky to have a chapter that is not very big and where we know everybody, what has really helped me was to connect with other members. So whenever we feel that the community is a bit overwhelmed because of the news or whatever is happening, the check-in calls really help. So just chatting with one or two members allows for this kind of grounding and this kind of, I'm here for you, you're here for me. And it has a ripple effect, honestly. And I realized that a lot of our members are actually doing it with each other. So it strengthens the community. So this is my little daily grounding when things are not so good.
That's really insightful. Thank you, Ghada. So, Caroline.
Yeah, thank you, Rasha, and hello everyone, and thank you for your time here today. So, for me, staying grounded really is just right now, especially in these current times, it's about just building that inner relationship with myself. And I've realized that when I lost that connection with myself, it became very hard. It really becomes very hard to lead, to coach, to serve. So, what I've been tapping into in these recent times is really consciously, um, just stepping back from the busyness, the overcommitment, uh, consciously creating moments where I can connect with myself. Simple stuff, road trips with the family, dancing, sometimes just being, not consuming content, not consuming information, suppressing the urge to run after that next shiny object, that next qualification, that next credential. So, that's what I'm tapping into in present times. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, it's interesting. In order to connect, you need to disconnect. So, yeah,
Beautifully
interesting.
said. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nancy?
Hello, thank you, and thank you everyone for joining us. Well, for me, because I'm not friends with uncertainty. So I do have the both extremes. Like I get excited so much and I feel uncertain so much. So what I've learned recently, especially because I'm very ambitious, So sometimes I would say yes to everything and just figure things out later. And that just brings more uncertainty, which I don't like. So it backfires usually. So now what I'm focusing on is learning to pause, which is similar to stepping back, but actually just pausing and saying maybe and no. And then I can change my mind whenever I want to. So learning that pose, even sometimes if it's a physical pose, emotional pose, whatever it is, just distancing myself and then think about it for a few days, connecting with other, which I say co-processing with someone else, because that always helps. So that's what I usually use recently, especially the power of pose.
Yeah, the power of pause. Yes, exactly. So let's pause now and go to Fatima.
Hi, everyone. Happy to be with you all together in this hard times. So, as a chapter leader, I'm intentionally working on leading without creating more pressure or noise. Humbly, I'm assuming that. And as we see in hard times, leadership can easily become only about exhaustion or speed. What I'm focusing on instead is creating space for people to think, grow, and strengthen their leadership and abilities. How? Being connecting to them purpose behind the work, not just the task themselves, because working in hard time without understanding or ignoring what you feel will lead to quick decision making, which leads to uncompleted perspective. So instead of asking how can we do more as a chapter leader, I've just start to ask how can we simplify the experience or reduce the pressure and still creating the impact. The practice which I'm working on right now and make me grounded right now is simplicity, with the definition of what make simplicity multiplies the performance, not by doing less result, but by creating clearer way to achieve. What keeps me grounded is returning to simplicity, even a noise. I pause also, the power of pause. Listen to nature, maybe the sound of the birds, because I think, or I assume, clarity grows in quietness, not pressure. Thank you.
Perfect. So simplicity is your way to become more grounded and doing even more later. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Fatima. Sonia.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much. Thank you, Rasha, for organizing all this with the whole Saudi chapter team. Okay, for me, the area where I'm really working hard to stay grounded is the clarity of my professional boundaries. Actually, who knows me know that I am wearing different hats, and in the environment where we are, living in Tunisia or in our region, coaching is often confused with consulting, mentoring, therapy, and there is a constant pressure to be everything for the client or the organization. So as a leader, and I'm stepping out from this position in a few hours or maybe days, the noise of external demands, where it's the push for immediate ROI in corporate setting or the misunderstanding of what coach actually does, can sometimes pull us away from the pure transformative power of coaching mindset. And staying grounded for me means constantly returning to the why of the coaching, that the client is creative, resourceful, and whole. And maybe sharing a small practice that helps me, try to move from different position is what I call the 3 breathe transition. Sometimes I'm switching from like a corporate communication meeting in my job to an ICF leadership call or a coaching session or family time. So I stop for 1 minute, breathe, acknowledge the role where I am leaving behind. I ground myself in the physical present, feeling my feet on the floor. I set an intention for the next role, asking which coaching competency or value do I need to embody most in the next hour. So this simple like ritual, and what I can call it a ritual of transition, prevents the stress of one domain from leaking into another. And this allows me to show up with full presence and integrity for whichever community I'm serving at the moment. Thank you.
Great. So ICF Global would be very happy with you. You know, you are being grounded in the ICF competencies. So
Yes.
perfect. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So Dr. Mariam.
Yeah, hello everyone. Thank you, Rasha, and I'm really looking forward to today's discussion and engagement of the attendees. So going back to your question, actually, I'm thinking as a president of Doha chapter of ICF and also being leader at my workspace. So, and being a mother, of course, of multiple children, so I've seen the emotional regulation. It's not an optional skills. It's a leadership essential in my situation. So honestly, one area I'm intentionally working on is staying emotionally present while balancing like leadership responsibilities, our community and chapter expectations, in addition to the fast pace of everything happening around us, especially lately. So, and regarding a small practice, maybe I'm similar to Sonia, يعني just pausing intentionally between meetings and also coaching conversation and multi hats I'm wearing, even with like for 1 minute simply to breathe, reconnect with myself and ask myself always these questions, like what energy I'm bringing into the next interaction. And that small pause really changing everything in my life. So it helps me really to respond instead of react. So this is my response. Thank you.
Oh, great. Thank you. So pausing and responding instead of reacting while being emotionally resilient. So thank you for that. Yeah. And then we will be ending this question with Ahmad Hilali from ICF Egypt.
Yes, hello. I'm really excited to be here with you today. So I resonate actually with what Ghada said earlier, that for me, grounding part of it is related to connections and to network. And by that, I always make sure to always stay in connection with others, with either our community, our members, or even separately, my own friends, to just de-stress or defocus from whatever is happening in the coaching community. But really, one of the most things I do believe that brings grounding to anyone is knowing that we are all work in progress. We are not complete. We do have always a room for change, a room for growing, a room for an upgrade. So it's okay if something is hard and we cannot continue. It's okay to pursue help from someone else. It's okay to just have my own me time. I always have a daily walk just for me, just 30 minutes. Is need to delegate. And I do believe that delegating to my board members a lot of stuff is what actually is bringing a lot of grounding to myself.
So asking for support and also supporting yourself through being the me time. Yes, having your me time. Okay, thank you so much, our lovely president, for the first question. Let's also move into something more to the coaches part. You know, since you already shared something personal you do, how about, moving into something more about the MENA coaches right now? What does remaining grounded mean to them? You know, there's always the shifts, the uncertainties, the ongoing need for human connection. So what does remaining grounded actually require from us as coaches? What are we seeing in our chapters that would give us hope? And this is like an open discussion, like maybe 3 presidents might answer this one. So whoever would like to start, please go ahead. So Mariam, yes, go ahead.
Okay, this is actually a great question. So, I mean, remaining grounded, especially for MENA coaches, it's like really it means staying like emotionally aware, being present, and also intentionally while navigating uncertainty and also pressure and rapid changes around us and in the world and in our life. So clients today are coming to our sessions, bringing their, like, it's not only bringing their goals into coaching conversation or coaching sessions, they are also bringing their stress, their overwhelm and emotional fatigue, a lot of emotions, either positive, negative, but sometimes negative is more. So because of that, I can see like coaches cannot effectively support others while remaining disconnected from themselves. So we should know how to support ourselves as a coaches in order to support our client with these, coming with these emotions. That's why, like I can see, groundness today يعني requires more self-awareness, more emotional regulation, more intentional pause, and also like a human connection, as mentioned by Ghada previously. We have to connect with each others, you know, in order to debrief and feel less stress and be more productive in our lives. So I also believe that like a client experience, not only only our questions, but also our presence and emotional steadiness in these sessions. While as a coaches are grounded, people will feel more safe, more heard, and more open. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Mariam. So now I see Nancy, you also wanted to join the discussion.
Yes. What I was thinking is because, you know, everything that is happening right now, it's not just affecting the MENA region, but we're, you know, worse than everybody else. But I think it's learning how to be comfortable and thriving under uncertainty, you know, without going in, because as a human, we always immediately go to try to control or fix the situation. And sometimes what actually we need to do is just to learn to stay comfortable in the uncertainty. And I think that only can happen with grounding, like becoming more, it's like staying away from being certain about a lot of things and connected more, as she said, to ourselves, our values, our boundaries, our community. So that's why I always say it's good to write them down, because sometimes when we go into uncertainties or things when we are super under pressure, not knowing where exactly happening, having this in your diary or on your notebook or even on your phone can actually take you back. Ah, this is why I'm doing this. Okay, these are my values, these are my boundaries, this is me. So at least that will give you the grounding that you are steady in this uncertainty. And I think with us in the MENA region, not a lot of people are open and vulnerable in the Middle East. We always see them sometimes as weaknesses. And I think opening these conversations where we're open and vulnerable as coaches with each other can create that, let's say, sustainable capacity, emotional well-being, and having that actual support. Because if everybody pretending that everything is okay, and if we always say, how are you? And we say, fine, we're not going to get anywhere. So I think that openness and vulnerability will also let us know, okay, we're not here by ourselves. We have other people to support us. We co-process with other people. So that makes the uncertainty less of a monster and more of, okay, something interesting. It's right, like riding a roller coaster. It's scary, but it's fun.
Oh, I like it. It's scary, but it's fun. And in a way, it's okay not to be okay.
That's a
Thank you,
K-drama
Nancy.
show. Highly recommend to watch it.
I'm not propaganding anything. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Nancy. So then moving to Ghada, I see you have raised your hand, or was it just an illusion?
No, I raised
It
my
was
hand.
right.
Yeah,
Alhamdulillah. So I have a good eyesight
you
still.
have a very
Okay,
good eyesight.
thank you.
So what Nancy and Dr. Mariam said resonated a lot with me. And I also think that in times of uncertainty, we are inclined to, stay put and not take any decisions. We are delaying everything. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to learn that. I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to ask for support. I'm not in the right place, etc. And I think that even though this is a natural inclination, this is also what prevents us from being grounded. So what I would say is that forcing ourselves to take just a small decision. It can be on a personal basis, like all the presidents have shared, just like a small practice, or just a small action, but just feeling that we've taken a decision, getting our brain flow of dopamine allows us to feel that we are not just passive. We have a role. We are here. We're breathing. We have an impact, and even if this is small. So for me, take a decision, whatever it is, just do something, say something, be something, become something.
I love, how you're pitching into the next segment, the breakout room. So bravo. Great. So, okay. So as for our time today, so we only can have one extra president. So I see that Fatima and Sonia, who would like to go? I know it's a tough question.
Okay, Sonia, you can go.
Okay, thank you.
No, go ahead, Fatma. No problem. I just have like small word to say
That's
about
perfect. Then maybe you both can go and just make it very short. Thank you so
in
much.
our chapters. But go ahead, Fatma. I will speak for 10 seconds.
I would
Okay,
like
so
to
actually,
add one small thing, that we are applying the theme of the ICW, which is the conversation and meaningful conversation. As we see here, seeing a stronger collaboration across the region. We are seeing growing awareness of coaching. It's not a tool, it's a mindset that we are using right now. And the most importantly, we are seeing more meaningful conversation happening right now. So that's hope come, and that's where hope come lives and conversation that are starting truly making a difference.
Thank you. Thank you. That was very, very insightful. Sonia.
yes, actually, you said what gives us hope, Rasha, in our chapters, in our countries. I think Fatma just spoke about it. I think maybe three things. First of all, the hunger for peer connection. And when I see this kind of event, when I see peer coaching, when I see this kind of people attending webinars, we are more than 100 here today. I see the desire to belong to a professional family, to a big family, and I see us moving from a collection of individual chapters to a big ecosystem, and this is very, very important for this particular times. Second one, the rise of solidarity, and I would like to touch word on MENA Rising that was launched by the Lebanon chapter, which is wonderful collaborative space, and we are really like moving towards an ultimate proof of being grounded and connected community. And last but not the least, the young, the new generation that is joining the leaders of this MENA region. I think this is absolutely fantastic, and the energy and the the new area that we are moving through is really proving to be a very, very big space for us to remain grounded and connected.
Great. Thank you so much, Sonia. And as usual, each and every one of you share so wonderful insights. So that being said, moving now into the heart of our session today, or our webinar today, we will have more deeper conversation with each one of the presidents, where we get to discuss a certain topic with each of the presidents in 8 different rooms. So please, our attendees, feel free. Now the breakout sessions will be created for you. Please feel free to choose the room that you would like to join and enjoy the conversation with your presidents of choice and the topic of choice, of course. So, and if in any case you didn't manage to get the room right, please write in the chat which room would you like to be in, and we will support you accordingly. So now that the room is open, please join as soon as you can with the president of choice or the topic of choice. The screen has the 8 topics in front of you and the 8 presidents with those topics. And see, people are writing some numbers. Okay. The chat. And we will pause the recording now, Wally, please. So welcome back, everyone, from the breakout rooms. And I see a lot of smiling faces, and I feel that something touched your heart in there. So before we start anything, please share your feelings. How are you feeling now? In the chat box. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? You're excited, enthusiastic, motivated, maybe touched. How are you feeling? Yes, I I'm a the feeling person. So I love listening about feelings. So yeah, there's connected, grateful, super, inspired, positive, grounded. Oh, perfect. Great, peaceful, inspired, empowered. Yeah. Don't stop, keep going. Insightful, happy, enjoying, and grateful, inspired. Okay, grounded. That's another perfect one. Inspired. It seems that the webinar is doing its job.
And
Yeah.
we need more time, you know, Rasha? It was
I
a
know,
great
I know. I know the feeling. I know. Breakout rooms are always so hard to leave. I know. So I'm very happy to see such great, wonderful emotions. Let's say pleasant and emotions. Yes, perfect. Which would let's start harvesting what has happened in the breakout room, shall we? Okay, so let's start with Nada. What happened in your room? Who would like to share something? Pick the person you would like to pick.
Well, I'm waiting for someone from my room. I told them they can share, so let's just give them seconds. If not, so I think Hiba can share.
Okay, so the person in question, if you hear your name or you know who you are, please come forward.
Okay, who's Hiba? I don't know. All right.
It's a safe space. Please come forward.
Okay.
Okay.
So actually, we heard very, very beautiful insights in our room about resilience. So the challenges that we were discussing, misplaced expectations when expectations are not met, emotional overload. We didn't have much of challenges. Looks like our participants are powerful resilience. They gave us a lot of practices how to be resilient yourself. So they mentioned connect to yourself and try a view and try to view the big picture. Emotional support from either a professional or someone close, focusing on your goals regardless of the surrounding atmosphere, regain control over what you can control, connect to your core values. Again, the support system, move forward, do the change, even small steps matter. So these were the practices recommended for resilience. I got a lot of benefit myself. Thank you so much for everyone who was in my room.
Great. So this is to remind everyone, this was the resilience room, how to be grounded and resilient. And of course, this is resilience. So thank you, Nada. Thank you, Heba. Grateful for the effort and everything you've shared in the room. So who would like to go next? Which president would like to go next with their own room, topic, and person of choice? You can raise your hand.
Okay.
Or you can speak. Or shall I pick? Okay, Fatma, خلاص. It's your time.
Hi, everyone. I would like to introduce Venice Clipper to talk about how to be grounded, and our theme is purpose, career, and professional identity. Welcome, Venice Clipper.
Hi, thank you, Fatma. So, a lot of our conversations in the group felt similar. What we spoke about from grounding perspective was, taking time for ourselves and thinking about what we need to do next. Some of the practices that I had mentioned was yoga, going to gym, setting up a routine. I had gotten into the spiral of doom scrolling, and then I had to kick myself back into a routine. So those were some of the practices we had mentioned, and some of the challenges was loss of identity, right? Especially during these times when everything is uncertain. Fatma did mention that, your CEOs and COOs also don't know what exactly they need to do. So how on earth are you going to know what you have to do? And I'm in that situation. After 25 years of working, I don't know what my next role is. I know what I want to do, but do I have the courage to step in and do that? And after 25 years of having a routine of, having those weekdays packed with calls and meetings, now to do something different feels scary. And it is a sense of loss of that routine. So it is more of less of the identity for me, but more of the sense of loss. I am a coach and a mental health first aider. So I've coached a lot of people through the same situation. And today, when I'm in this situation, I'm stuck in the same loop. So, I think it takes a lot of courage. And yeah, being grounded, I think, keeps me sane. But again, that sense of loss keeps coming back. And I think it's the peer group that supports you to get through that. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Venus, and thank you for sharing everything that you got from the room. It was room number 2, grounded on your career. And thank you, Fatima, and everyone who shared their insights in that room. Who would like to go next? Rada, I feel that you would like to go next. I'm not sure if it's correct or not. You don't want it?
I will,
Oh.
but I haven't been a very good student because I did not appoint a spokesperson, so I'm gonna allow myself to put them on the spot. So our room was about decision making, and it was beautiful and very inspiring and very deep. So Lulu, would you and Anna unmute and share a bit what insights stayed with you from room 1?
Wow, you're really putting me on the spot here.
I'm
But
sorry. Don't
I'll
hate
do
me.
my best. There were some wonderful insights from our group. I think we touched on how values can help in terms of decision making, connecting with your values and understanding them, and really knowing what matters to you, and then based on that, moving forward with decisions or choosing not to take decisions. We also touched on the good enough, meaning letting go of imperfection. Letting go of perfection and being okay with any imperfection that comes, just knowing that not every decision needs to be made to reach the goal that you had hoped to attain, that specific target that you wanted to reach, or whatever outcome you were hoping to come for, being okay with the good enough in the decision that you end up making. I don't know if someone else from our group wants to speak and say something else, or you yourself, Ghada.
Anna, you had some interesting insights. Would you like to share?
Okay, thank you very much. It was a beautiful summarizing. What can I add? Maybe that for me, the most inspiring is the taking decision based on values. And sometimes taking such perspective, it's also the process of simplification, as you mentioned. Yes. So how to make the decision more simple, and basing on the values,
This is the one perspective. The second is take a distance, maybe. So see from the different perspectives. Sometimes building this scenario, what is the worst scenario, and keep the distance to myself also. I don't know. We didn't talk about this, but this is the rule number 6. Have you ever heard about the rule number 6? Rule number 6, according to Benjamin Zander, is don't take yourself so seriously.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, this is very often it's not the end of the world. Yes, your problem is not so important.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, so thank you, Anna. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Ghada, and everyone who shared room number 1, about the being grounded and decision making. And yes, let's not take life so seriously. Seize the moment. Yeah, I'll enjoy the moment, actually. No seizing required. Okay, Nancy, I see you're raising your hand,
Just
please.
gonna go call Ruba. Ruba, go ahead.
Okay, Ruba, go ahead.
You are muted, Ruba.
Sorry. I just noticed I'm mute. Thank you for... Okay, so in our room, sustainability room number 8, we discussed 3 main points where they were, what does sustainability mean to you as a coach? And what was one thing that makes challenges, or is it a challenge for you? And how are you going to using a habit or a practice or a tool overcome with this challenge? So the main meanings we have, our coaches came up with, is resilience or fluid, going with smoothness, the life. This is sustainability, focusing on what's going on in the current and near circle of that can be controlled in your life. Then when we discussed what is the challenges that makes sustainability a challenging situation in real life for coaches, we were having some similar points, such as commitment, the self-talk, which is mostly negative self-talk, limiting beliefs, the mindset, the type of or the nature of our work, because all these things, they are affecting the clients at the same time. As someone just mentioned, it's going to affect us as well. So we are part of the loop as well. So these challenges, they affect the way of our, let's say, communication, or the way we achieve in life, or the way we are more productive or effective. So finally, there was the question that we discussed, which is what are the type of tools or habits that we can apply that will help us to overcome these challenges. So they were celebrating wins and showing up for ourselves. Other things were like, it's okay not to see the final outcome on the spot, connection with God. At the end of our discussion, we were able to come to the main thing that connects us all together, that we all share same meanings, and that sustainability is in our head. So we, one way or another, have the choice how to react to the challenges, how to choose the right tool that lessen the effect of the uncertainty in our lives and to maintain sustainability in a much better way. And thank you all for our group in room 8. It was a very constructive discussion, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you, Roba. Thank you, Nancy. And thank you for everyone who joined that room. And we really enjoy having you in such different and diverse topics. So, okay. So I see Sonia. Go ahead.
Yes, thank you, Rasha. We had a very interesting discussion in our room, and I would like to give the floor to Soha Adluni to share for our room. Soha, can you go ahead, please?
Thank you, Sonia. We have amazing coaches in that room, and we shared the challenges and practices and insights. As for the challenges, of course, we were grounded in advocacy. This is our theme. As for our challenges, there were 4 challenges raised. First one was about the small market and different niches. And regarding this challenge, we need to speak about what coaching brings to individuals and what are the effects. Another challenge is about empowering professionals and empower their learning and growing, and also empowering well-being in general. The last challenge was about coaching becomes luxury, and corporate prefers training over coaching, and some teenagers prefer to talk to coaching bots. And that was really interesting challenge. Practices, we have 4 points to share. Doing more of PR, public relation about coaching and leveraging the ICF. Another practice is training, communicating effectively, that coaching is not what we see in the social media. Another practice is about talking about what coaching brings in hard circumstances and difficult situations similar to the current circumstances we are living. And another practice is about coaching is a mindset. It's not a magic, but we can help by helping people, listening to people actively to understand and perceive their coaching understanding and learning from both sides. Insights in general were about coaching is a safe place, it's a partnership, and vulnerability. We have to walk the talk. It has to start before the coaching conversation begins. Thank you, Sonia, and thank you everyone who shared in that room.
Thank you so much, Soha. I think you did it very well, and you captured all what we said in the room. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Son. Thank you, everyone who shared in the room. It's really interesting seeing how much you can capture from 25 minutes. So, bravo. Then moving forward to Qatar and emotions and Dr. Mariam.
Yeah, thank you, Rasha. And it was really great discussion in our room. I would like to thank everyone for their openness and engagement. But what was wonderful also to have our one of MCC professional who's actually specialized in our talking discussions. So this was like a great depth, give really great depth and value to the discussion, which is Sabine. So I will invite Sabine and Asma to share the insight from Doha chapter room number 3, grounded and emotions, self-regulations for coaches and clients. So go ahead.
Thank you, Dr. Mariam. Asma, please join in, because the way we really had our conversation was more about Dr. Mariam had me as a volunteer, so I was really swimming in it. So Asma, please jump in. Because I didn't read lots of what was happening in the chat, But what was really is how to stay grounded when we are emotionally triggered as a coach, and when we are with our client and on our daily life, really. So many things can trigger us today in our challenging life, in our changing time as well. So how emotions show up in the body first, not just in the mind. Do we need to suppress them? Do we need to acknowledge them? How can we really meet our emotions with compassion, actually? Or how can we meet our emotions and listen and learn from our emotions, because emotions speaks to us. And please, Asma, join the conversation. Are you here?
Thank you, Coach Sabine. Actually, Coach Sabine, I want to mention one point. I really enjoyed listening to you and Dr. Mariam. This discussion was very, very nice, actually. And I want to share with the group one insight that we migrate from this discussion is that the client experiences not only our coaching question, but they also experience our emotions, present, and sense. If I will come out from this room, one main point is that grounded coaching begin with a grounded self-awareness, and we cannot be effectively co-regulate with others while we are disconnected from ourselves. Thank you, Dr. Mariam, so much. Thank you, Coach Sabine. I really enjoyed it and have fun. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Asma. Thank you, Sabine. And thank you, Dr. Mariam. It seems that they really enjoyed the discussion. Two people are talking, and I think they would love to continue the conversation afterwards. So we have two rooms left, which is the Egypt room, the ones about community, and the one about organization with Carol and Oman. So let's start with Egypt. Ahmad
All
Hilali.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. Hi. So just like Ghada, I wasn't a good student and I didn't appoint someone to be a spokesperson. But I would love actually to ask them if Shafai, if you want to share your insights, or Dr. Muhiba from the room, please just again, just like Lebanon, I'm putting you on the spot. But if you are free, guys, to talk, you
That's
can
okay.
please share your.
Yeah.
Shafai, please, yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and nice meeting all of you and seeing you again, whoever we met before. I think in our room also, Ahmed, we spoke about more grounded and from both sides. What do you do to be grounded, and what kind of challenges you may face to be grounded? And when we start talking about grounded, it was a kind of different concept of being grounded. Some people talk about their way of finding grounding in belonging to community, belonging to coaching, belonging to the other people around them, while some other people talked about finding their own grounding from the inner self and being solitude and maintaining space. From the challenge was, I remember I talked about the inner voice, but sorry, I like this is all what I gathered. And Ahmed, like, I hope I gathered some, but like, uh, who else can help here?
Mohammed,
Muhiba,
you're
would
doing
you
a
like
great
to
job. No
share?
worries.
You're doing
All
great,
right.
by the way, Shafai, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I've been invited to share. And indeed, yes, it's this variety of approaches to being grounded and even to feeling that we belong. And the questions we ask, indeed, some of us, as Mohammed has just said, that we belong to a community. That feeling of belonging to the group is so soothing for us to know that we belong to that coaching community is extremely important. This is what we mean by presence, by fully connected. Our presence today is that sign of belonging, of being connected to each other and to all of us. Now, it is true, as Muhammad mentioned, that when it comes to challenges, we have two types of challenges. The inner challenges, that is, one feels, am I to express my emotions? Am I to embrace my emotions? Am I not overthinking? So it's inner challenges, whereas we also mentioned outer challenges, meaning that, for example, we might be overdoing it. Challenges, we might be too connected in the sense that we try not to replace the client. The client needs space, needs to be considered as being accompanied and not being replaced by a coach. So this is what we saw indeed, as Muhammad mentioned. And thank you, Hilali, and all the members of the group for seeing this diversity of what we got out of belonging and what we got out of challenges, inner and outer challenges. And thank you.
Thank you, Hiba, and thank you, Shafai, of course. And you guys did perfectly. Couldn't have made it better than you did, you guys.
Yes, and I do second what Hilali said. Amal Hilali, Dr. Wahiba, Muhammad, thank you, and thank you for everyone who joined that room. And we have one room left, which is Caroline's room, the one about the organization. And I believe that Farzin will share with us due to some technical difficulty that Caroline had. So
Yes,
Farzin, please go ahead.
Thank you, Coach Rasha. Thank you very much. So I will be speaking on behalf of Caroline's room. And we had a very spirited discussion about how can we have sustainable and scalable coaching in organizations. And after 25 minutes of discussion, what we came away with is that before we scale up, we need to create depth. So we need to really embed coaching within an organization's DNA. So all of us, in various words, we all said the same thing, which was basically that right from top down, the leadership behaviors need to start with valuing what coaching is, understanding what coaching is, modeling coaching behaviors across the organizations. So this will only start when leaders believe in coaching and they see the value of it. And that's where we come in as coaches to kind of create that coaching experience, create that awareness about the impact of coaching and how valuable it is. And once they believe in it, then it becomes easier for us to embed it into everyday behaviors and systems within the organization. So in fact, Caroline had shared with us 4 critical pillars, 4 anchors that would be needed if we wanted to scale up. And these were leadership behavior, everyday conversations, system integration, local context, and identity. And when we spoke about these different anchors, we all believe that it starts with the leadership. If we get the leaders to understand the value of coaching, then it becomes easier for us to kind of embed it into the everyday conversations within an organization, to build it into the policies, procedures, and of course, taking into account the local context and culture. So all of us coaches believe that currently we face a little bit of a challenge wherein leaders are focused primarily on KPIs, results, outcomes, and they see coaching as a nice to have, item in their list. And, they really want to see more tangible benefits of coaching. So these are some of the things that we would have to work around with in terms of how can we model coaching behaviors in various aspects of leadership, managing the team, giving feedback, goal setting, etc. And getting people to understand and accept coaching right from the top and building it all the way down. So to reiterate, we need to first find depth, create that strength within, and then we can, grow and scale upwards. If any of the other coaches in the group would like to add any more words, please feel free to do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Farzin. Thank you so much. And if no one would come forward, then let's say that there's the good news, guys and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Okay, so there are good news that everything we share today within the insight in the room, it will be sent to you, each and every one of you, and it will be shared with everyone, all members of all communities, of all the ICF chapters, so that we can all make use of each and every insight. We all need this. We need to be grounded, and we are here for each other, and we are here to support. So how about we move on and get, a couple of questions from the audience. If you wish, you can ask the president anything, any one of your choice, and then let's see what happens. Okay, move forward, please. So, any question? Who has a question for a president? It's a safe space, guys. Okay. People are saying thank you, which is great. And you're very welcome. It's always a pleasure. Okay. So I would love for you to just, share and start.
Can
Okay.
I just jump in? Everybody's
Okay.
quiet.
Go ahead.
In one word, maybe, for all the leaders, what's grounding means for them?
Okay.
In one
So
word.
just say one word. Okay. Please go ahead.
Connected.
Achievement.
Interesting.
For me, it's real.
For me, it's a space.
For me, it's authentic or authenticity, actually.
Tanya and Ghada?
I would say connected.
Okay.
It's connected for me too.
Mariam, connected.
I
So connected
hope
with-
you can hear me, folks. It's hard for me. Sorry to jump in.
That's perfectly fine. Thank you for being able to fix the technical issue. Thank you.
From my phone. Thank you, Rasha.
You're most
It's,
welcome, Caroline.
It's strong for me.
Strong. Okay. Very interesting from every one of you, and really thank Alia for the question. It was really nice. So before we leave, guys, I just love to, there was a link on the chat already about a little survey just to know how we can always perfect this kind of MENA panel discussion. This is the second round. We had one last year, and this is the second one. And we would like to move forward with even a different one the next year. So your opinion really matters. So I would just give you like 30 seconds for that one. And then we can also share something interesting for you tomorrow. So we do have something very interesting for you tomorrow. And the next session it's an Arabic one. So I think I would speak in Arabic for this one. So عندنا من الرؤية للتأثير بيئة عمل مستقبلية تتمحور حول الإنسان في الشرق الأوسط مع مليح الفودري وهيثم المصري. So it's an Arabic guide. So if you would like to go there and to attend this webinar in Arabic, please go ahead and register for that one. And till we see you next time, thank you so much for being here with us. We really enjoy your company, and we're looking forward to seeing you again soon, preferably tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rasha, for facilitating all this. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was
You're
amazing.
most welcome. It was an honor
Thank
to
you so
facilitate this with each one of you.
Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you for the heart.
Thank you. Can you see how the screen gets pink? I'm sorry, I'm discovering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead and play as much as you want, Nancy.
Much needed.
Group
Thank you
photo,
so much,
please.
everyone, and thank you.
Enjoy
I'll
the
see
moment,
you in
seize the moment.
Amman.
Thank you, Rasha. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, and
Thank you,
apologies
Caroline.
again for the
Thank you,
technical
Caroline,
glitch.
for
No
your
worries.
resilience. Thank you, Caroline,
Rasha,
for
can
your
we have group
resilience.
photo?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Yes. Yes.
Let's have a group photo. We have a great screen shooter with us, by the way. Walid Marwan is a great screen shooter. Yeah.
Just open
Is
your
our-
camera if you would like to open your camera for the screen for
Yeah.
the group
And if you
photo, then
can
we'll-
add Carolina with an AI
I would
thing.
have loved to, but I've just connected from some kind of a device, and all I'm doing is I can only see the audio without my spectacles.
But
So I'm really
we
sorry.
are
But
in the
thank you.
AI. I'm sure they are very good
Yeah.
at adding
Yeah, yeah.
some
AI,
Rasha,
AI can do.
Rasha,
if you give Russia a chance, she'll make sure I'm physically on there in
Yes.
Saudi
We
in the
will add
I will be
moment.
there talking as well, you know.
She's
If you
that
wish,
good.
your wish is
Thank
my
you.
command.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Caroline. Thank you, Caroline, for make all of us laugh. So I take
Not
the
at all.
screenshot
Not at
already.
all, Coach
خلاص.
Walid. Thank you so much.
So
Thank
you
you for
took
the
the chance.
opportunity.
I
خلاص.
took
Okay.
it خلاص when we were laughing. يلا. Let's go. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Bye.
Bye bye. Au
everybody.
revoir.
See
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.